Hi there, I'm Mel Reese. I am a visual artist and curator, and I wanted to just quickly talk about how I go about making virtual curations. As we've all gotten accustomed to lately in this COVID era, we look at everything online. We interact online. We now look at art purely, strictly online. And so, what does it mean to curate a show of visual art online? And so, I have been an in house curator for the past several months for a company called Art and Res, where I also show my work, but have been working to develop how they showcase their artists online. And so I'm going to walk you through how I go about choosing the artwork from all of the amazing artists and art pieces, paintings, drawings that Art and Res has to offer, and the tools that we use in order to help us visualize a show online. I just wanted to quickly introduce you to the company Art and Res, which is the company that I've been collaborating with in order to create these virtual curations. And so just quickly about Art and Res, they are this fantastic company that is interested in connecting emerging artists with collectors, whether those collectors be emerging themselves or seasoned. It's about connecting, creating opportunity for artists and collectors alike. This is an example of the curation that I made just this past week. And the wonderful thing about these curations is that I'm able to place the artwork that you see on the website and put them into a space. And so you can really get a sense of the scale of these artworks. You can see what they might look like in a space, because that's really one of the hardest things about virtual understanding artwork in a virtual world is, well, how large are these pieces? How can I understand this color in relation to my bed or my couch? Let's go to my upcoming curation, which I've been thinking about this idea of abstract thoughts. And so I went through the Art and Res site. I'm still on the Art and Res site. And I went about going through all of the artworks, and I came to the conclusion of these 8 pieces. And so some of them are what we might define as pure abstraction. Perhaps something like Vincent Pamillo's piece is what one might just automatically define as abstraction. But I'm interested in not only how these pieces come together, but expanding our thoughts on all of these ideas. What is abstract? Maybe it's an abstract thought. Maybe it's an abstracted figure, like Gregory Malfer's piece or Elena Chesnick's. Or is it something that we can identify, perhaps in Kit Callahan's piece? We think it reminds us of something. Is it abstract, or is it just this really loose rendering of a still life? Or is it something that's just repetitive, like the Lynette Sowers beautiful drawing, which is all about repetition and meditation in that repetition. And so one thing I like to use, or a tool that I use in order to really be able to visualize what these pieces look like together in a space at scale, is Art Placer. I think having the size and seeing it in space is super important for understanding these pieces in a virtual world. And that's the amazing thing about Art Placer. And so that's a little bit of insight about how I curate, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And I will see you again soon.